at Shapiro's Deli. We're a 110-year-old kosher-style deli that has been honored by USA Today as one of the top 10 delis in America.
My dad was Mort Shapiro, my grandfather was Joe Shapiro, and my great-grandfather was Louis. And Louis is who brought him over on the boat.
The restaurant started as a horse and buggy. There are pictures around both restaurants of the horse and buggy. Louis would buy bulk coffee and tea and sugar and go door to door and sell 1 pound bags. So they raised enough money, bought 808 South Floridian Street, and they started with a dry goods store.
You know, he was in the grocery store business in Russia. And it was called the American Grocery Store. And during the pogroms where the Jews would be beat up by the Russian soldiers, his wife finally said, "We've had enough. We're packing up and we're moving to America."
Can you imagine being Russian and coming to this country, living in America now, having the government come to you and telling you you have to fill out forms, being terrified as a Russian that the government, it's like, we all know it's just the census, but he had no idea.
Old-fashioned small business guy that took a chance, couldn't speak English, learned English, and assimilated to the American culture. When the Indiana legislature and the governorship got taken over by the Ku Klux Klan, my great-grandfather, he was not changing the name on the building. He kept Shapiro's, put a Jewish Star of David on there, because he'd already been through this in Russia. And he was done. This is last stand. So we're still here.
Shapiro's Deli offers the world's best corned beef and pastrami and delicious comfort food, perfected over 4 generations of family operation.
Yeah, the recipes are all either great-grandmother Rebecca's, or Max was 2nd generation and really the face of Shapiro's for decades. His wife, Anne, was Anne's cheesecake. She was a Hungarian Jew, and all these Eastern European recipes that the stuffed peppers, the stuffed cabbage, the cheesecake, all of these things are her recipes. The main recipe, the very first thing we ever did was spaghetti, because after Prohibition, they said you had to serve a hot meal to serve alcohol. So spaghetti and meatballs was the first hot meal that Shapiro started.
When my great-grandfather Louis died, he passed the ownership on to his son Max, and then he had his 2 brothers, Izzy and Abe, also working for him. Great Uncle Max was the businessman, Uncle Abe was the cook, and Izzy ran the deli counter, and he was a pretty good kibitzer.
It's the only real deli in Indiana, at least as far as I've found, and I've been looking. I just got a corned beef and a potato knish earlier, and you can't get a potato knish like that anywhere in Indiana. I've looked.
At Shapiro's Deli, we serve entrees, soups, salads, and desserts that you simply cannot get elsewhere. From across the country and literally around the world, people travel to Shapiro's to enjoy the ultimate deli experience.
Every day's opening day, and you have to look at it. Every day's opening day. We are not inexpensive, but that's because we have the finest meat. It's the best of the best. It's not some gimmick. I mean, it really is the best of the best.
We're so old school. We peel the potatoes and we cook fresh, never frozen chickens, and everything is made by hand, and it's just a lost art.
The Reuben one time was named best sandwich in America. USA Today is named as a top 10 deli numerous times. Midwest Living, Gourmet. We're kind of that surprise in Indianapolis, because not too many people would think of Indianapolis having a Jewish delicatessen. It's a gathering spot. It's a community place where people can talk and meet. We have free parking. So it's casual and yet serious. Because people that eat our food are serious people. They get it. We have serious food.
Whether it's our fabulous corned beef and pastrami, our unbelievable macaroni and cheese, our delicious stuffed pepper, our tender baked chicken, our scrumptious meatloaf, our great variety of award-winning cheesecakes, our freshly baked bagels, or even a tasty big kosher frank, Shapiro's stands alone as the place to bring your appetite. Come see us.